It's taken us several seasons, but finally we have a cup run and a potential to get to the quarter final. Before that, we have a game against Spurs before we take on Lincoln, and it promises to be a really, really good season for us. We didn't have it all our own way getting through to the fifth round though. We kicked off after that Watford game with a 1-0 defeat against Wolves, but followed that up with a 3-0 win against Brighton. Milinkovic getting a hat-trick in this game, and he's cemented himself as our top scorer so far this season. The FA Cup fourth round came along. New signing Victor Sintas. He's the young Spanish player we picked up to replace Leo Sawyer, who incidentally stayed at the club, rejected both of the contracts that came for him, and no one else came in for him. Victor Sintas scored 2 goals to give us a 2-0 lead, but late on in the game, Everton came back into it for a 2-2 draw. We went to Aston Villa and drew 1-1 before we went back to Everton and won 2-1. This game, Everton went 1-0 ahead in the 6th minute, but we had a little bit of late revenge ourselves. Barley got us an equaliser in the 88th minute. Before that man, Milinkovic, got us a 94th minute winner to take us through to a game against Lincoln Town in the 5th round. Nottingham Forest came to Edgeley Park next, and they were subject to a 3-2 defeat. It was a game which went back and forth. We took a 1-0 lead, late equalised straight away before going 2-1 ahead. Milinkovic equalised for us before Jordan Ross got himself on the score sheet to get us that 3-2 win. Before we absolutely peppered the Leicester City goal, but could only come away with a 0-0 draw in our most recent game. We're left 8th in the Premier League, so we're still in a good position, but we're 5 points behind Leeds in that 7th spot. Although we do have a game in hand, it would be nicer to be able to close the gap on them a bit more. Our first game today is against Spurs. They are 5th with 51 points, so we'd like to close the gap on them as well. So hopefully we can get ourselves off to a good start. It was just Alessandro, Nunziante and Sintas who were the signings in January. We didn't bring anyone else in. And it was quiet on the outs as well. We just loaned a few players out after Giovannini left. We couldn't get rid of Sawyer, although we did accept some bids for him. He rejected the contract. And there was no bids at all for Freddie Smith, so he remains at the club as well. We'll look to see what happens in the summer with the season he's having. Probably wouldn't mind keeping Sawyer around, but definitely might have to look to get Freddie Smith some interest in the summer. We are in the midst of a little bit of an injury crisis with the squad as well, with having loaned those few players out. Injuries to Byrne, Barley and Zapletal have left us quite light in the squad. Patino's been out for a bit and is only just returned to fitness, not quite at full fitness yet. So another one we can't risk today. So we are quite light in players going into this Spurs game. Nunziante has taken the first choice goalkeeping position for now, replacing Pickford in goal. Silva Santos is at right back due to Barley's injury. Chiriac, Jones and Lascore are the rest of the defence today. We're starting Corrigan in place of Arnott simply because Corrigan is suspended for the Lincoln City match, and with that coming up in a few days, want to keep as many fit players as possible for that. Owens and Kane are in the midfield. Owens is in there in place of Patino, who, like we say, isn't quite back to full fitness yet. Milinkovic, Ross and Dilly are the front 3 players today. We've had good results against Arsenal this year, so hopefully we can get another one against their North London rivals in Spurs. And we are at home, we've had good home form as well. So hopefully those things combined will lead us to get a good result here today. I think the players will be confident, they know what's expected of them. And hopefully we can carry on like we did in the last match, but instead of not finding the back of the net, we can get us a few goals. It's Tottenham coming forward first though, and we see Fatty Canty apply the finish. It was a quick free kick. Sancho lifted it over our defence. Brahim Diaz flicked it on, and Fatty Canty applied the first time finish past Nunziante in goal for us. And it's a disappointing start. We really haven't played well. That was the first attack of the game, and we need to switch on. We haven't had a shot. It doesn't appear that we've wandered into the Spurs half at all. They are dominating possession, so we really need to up our game. We are going to demand more from the players already. There's 15 minutes left in the first half, and it appears we are venturing forward for the first time. Owens gets it down the line to Dilly. He gets it back to Owens, and we now have an opportunity to get into the box. Ross got the back of his head to the ball, but couldn't find the target. But a decent opportunity for us nonetheless, and signs that we are wanting to get back into the game. It's Spurs low coming forward again. Ravaglioli gets past Silva Santos, but he does well to recover and make the challenge in the end. And now we need to play it out from the back. Kane into Owens. Owens now forward to Dilly. What can Dilly do? He finds the score on the left hand side, and he has acres of space to drive into on that left hand side. He cuts the ball into the box. Lee Dilly got the shot on target, but it was a good save from the Spurs keeper, and we seem to have come alive a little bit now. Milinkovic's corner is going to swing to the back post, but the keeper comes out and claims, and maybe a wasted opportunity for us there. One final highlight before the first half ends. The score wins the ball back from Kulusevski. Corrigan now gets it to Jones, and we need the ball to go forward quickly. Time is running out in the half. The score back to Jones. And now with Corrigan, we are slowly making our way forward. It's Ross now who has acres of space to drive into. It's a long range effort which just drives past the post. Unlucky not to get it on target there. But we definitely need to improve. It hasn't been a match where we're showing our usual selves, and we need to put in a better performance. Although, looking at the statistics of the match, it has been a level game, and we do get an equaliser. I think Silva Santos has grabbed his first goal for the club. It didn't look to be offside from where I was sitting, and hopefully the referee will agree, which he does. And the young man has grabbed his first goal. It was a nicely worked free kick as well. Milinkovic just dinked it to that near post. There was so much space there for Silva Santos to run into as well, and didn't he apply the finish with quite a bit of finesse. That'll give the young man a lot of confidence, and hopefully it'll give the team confidence as well. We did edge ourselves back into the game at the end of that first half, and now we have the chance to really go on and take the game to Spurs. They are driving forward now down the right hand side. It's into Faticanti again. He's punished us once before, but Nunzianti makes the save this time and keeps us level with Spurs. It's a corner kick now. Sancho has the opportunity to deliver into the box. Sarr gets his head to the ball, but we can watch that one drift over, and we managed to come away from that attack level with Spurs still. Despite getting the goal, we have started off a little bit slowly in this second half. Owen Foy can come on for Jordan Ross. I think that's the only change we are going to make for now. The team is doing relatively well, but do need a little bit extra going forward. We will be taking Lee Dilly off soon as well, because he is a tired boy on that pitch. Foy now with his first involvement. We did pick him up from Spurs, so it's a game against his former club. So hopefully he can grab himself a goal, and hopefully it proves to be the winner for us. He's on the ball again, being involved in this attack. Kane as well, we got him from Spurs. So there's a couple of players out there who could come back to haunt the former team. It's Silva Santos again, getting his back post to Lee Dilly. And Lee Dilly leaps above his man and grabs himself a goal. He's got a good record against the big teams this season. He got a couple against Arsenal earlier on, now he's grabbed one against Spurs as well. So he might be a bit of a big game player for us. And if only he thought every game was a big game, he'd be a fantastic striker. As it stands though, he's getting closer to his target of 10 league goals for the season. And it's another good performance from us. We are going to make a few more changes now. Whittle can come on in place of Kane. Lee Dilly can come off. Gerrard can come on in his place. And Cathal Owens can come off. And we will bring on Leo Sawyer. We'll just make a couple of changes in that midfield area as well. Whittle can be the deep line playmaker. Milinkovic can be the Mazzala. Sawyer going to that attacking midfielder role. I think that will be the changes that we do make for the day. We're going to see out the rest of the game with the team that's on the pitch, unless there's any injuries which stop us from doing so. But it's been a good second half turnaround from us. We've managed to get ourselves ahead, and we just need to see it out now Spurs have 7 minutes of stoppage time to get back into the game. They've got a free kick early on, but Nunziante again with the dive and save keeps that one out. Despite his rating, the couple of times we've seen him in the match, he's made some important saves for us, and it's great to see Gerrard now with the opportunity to apply the finish, but it was well offside, and it really was a thunderous effort which went way over the bar. Probably still going up as well unless it was stopped by the ground, but a fantastic 2-1 win which we have picked up there gives ourselves a good opportunity of closing in on those European places. Puts us, I think, maybe only 4 points behind Spurs. We'll have a look at the table now, but Lille be fretting a little bit that we can close down on them. We're 6 points behind. We do have a game in hand as well, and like we mentioned in the last episode, our goal difference is getting a lot better as well. We've got 8 goals in the positive now, so hopefully we can keep on grabbing ourselves wins and getting that goal difference up, because that could be crucial. It's a very close run thing for these European places, it seems, so goal difference could be crucial for us come the end of the season. But we have another opportunity to take our minds away from the league now. We are going to be playing Lincoln in the Cup. We've picked up another injury as well, which really isn't convenient for us. Leo Sawyer is going to be out for around 2 weeks with a pulled hamstring. So, yeah, it's not ideal, but we'll make do. Like we say, Lincoln coming up in 4 days, and hopefully the Cup run can keep on going. We have had to make quite a few changes for the game. Probably would have wanted to make more, to be fair, but we do have a lot of players out, like we said. So we have actually promoted some youth players. Fortunately, one of them did pick up an injury themselves, so back down to the under-21s you go. So fortunately, we do have Patino back in the squad. He's not going to start the game. I don't want to risk him from the off, but we can keep Catalones in there, and no Patino can play in the next game. Pickford begins in goal. Forgotten man Freddie Smith, he didn't leave over the summer, so he's back in the squad today. Raul starts next to him with Jones and Hall completing the defence. Arnott, Owens, Whittle and Foy make up the diamond behind Gerrard and Victorson, as he's already grabbed himself 2 goals in this competition. Hopefully an opportunity for him to grab a few more. We need to see a good performance today, and hopefully this team can go out and get one. Like we say, we do have a few big players on the bench if we need to. We also have youngster Jonathan Lloyd. We picked him up on a free transfer. He's made 1 appearance for us already in a cup competition last year, and maybe an opportunity for him to make another one for us today. We've told the players that we're expecting a win, and that's just what we need to do. We are playing against a League 1 opposition today, so it should be a team that we are able to go out and get a good result against. And we need to see positive performances from the players. Arnott getting it into Foy, but he's dispossessed. It wasn't the best of balls forward by Arnott. And now there's acres of space for Lincoln to run into. And they've found the back of the net very early on. It was a goal that really was made by careless play from ourselves. Arnott with a poor ball, which Foy wasn't able to get to. And then our defence just left themselves exposed. There was such a huge gap between Raul and Freddie Smith, and that allowed Lincoln to just break behind us, and Pickford wasn't able to make the save after it was deflected past him. Plenty of time for us to get back into the match, but it really wasn't the start that we needed, and we definitely need to see improved performances from these boys going forward today. It's Lincoln City putting us under pressure again though. They're coming down the right hand side, getting the ball down the line. Hall wasn't alive to it. Jones stops them from having the shot in the first place, but the ball gets through and they do manage to find the back of the net, and it's an appalling defensive display from us so far, and I don't know what this team are thinking of, but they're really, really imploding today. Like we say, Jones stopped it first time, but none of the defence were alive to it. Smith really not close enough to his man, and an easy goal for Lincoln to score, and it's been awful from us so far. We've just berated the entire team because my god do they deserve it. They've been absolutely awful. We still haven't had a highlight in our favour, and we're just making ourselves look silly today. Now we're getting a chance. Hall whips it in. Arnott gets his head to the ball, but he can't find the back of the net. We've gone attacking as well, and it's just a terrible, terrible day at the office for us. We've got nothing in our arsenal, it seems. We're going to throw the water bottle. We're going to tell them they're letting themselves down. You should all look very stressed because you've been absolutely... I don't know what to say to describe them. Just terrible, and shouldn't even be footballers. They should be ashamed to be wearing the shirt if this is the performance they're going to be putting in. Owens now getting it forward to Sintas. He has an opportunity to drive forward. He gets it down the line to Hall. He gets it into Foy. His effort is closed down, but it's back to Owens into Hall. And Sintas now grabs his third goal of the competition, his third goal for Stockport. And we have an opportunity to get ourselves back into this match. We finally had an opportunity which we've been able to put away. And we just need to use this momentum that we've got now to drag ourselves ahead in the game. It's been awful from us so far, but hopefully that goal will spring us into life and we can keep on rocking Lincoln. We are doing so much better than them so far. We're going to bring on Jordan Ross in place of Gerrard. We're going to bring on Patino as well. Owens can come off. Although Owens is having a good game, we won't bring Patino on. We're going to bring on Milinkovic in place of Foylo. And we'll leave it at that for now. Those are the two big hits that we're bringing on at the moment. And hopefully these two can make an impact, because we definitely need something to happen. It's been truly, truly terrible from us. We're going to go very attacking in a moment unless we score from this highlight. On it now, on the ball, gets it across to Smith. He plays it back to Raoul, and now back with Smith. We need to get the ball forward, stop playing it between yourselves, and find a man who can play the ball forward. Raoul now back on the ball. Players not really making any effort to make space for the ball either. Whittle made a tiny bit there, but a poor effort at goal. And we need more than what we're seeing so far. We do pick the ball up again. On it now, gets it to Whittle, and we have an opportunity for a counter. We've got players streaming forward. Milinovic is on the ball. He goes to the left of the box. Can he get it in? He does. And Sintas is there again, and he gets us level finally. And we do have 15 minutes left to go out and get the winner. I think no matter what happens in this game, we probably will berate the players after the match because it's been absolutely terrible. They've done well to drag themselves back into it, but to get ourselves into the position that we were really isn't good enough, and definitely need more going forward. But glad for the young lad Sintas. He's got the opportunity to get himself a hat-trick now. We're going to encourage the team. Hopefully that'll give them a little bit of a smile after all the bollockings they have received through the match so far. Hall now with the throw-in into Milinkovic, into Owens, and now it's in the box. Can Whittle get us ahead in the game? Whittle does. It's his second goal of the season. Milinkovic the creator, but that puts us 3-2 up. We're ahead for the first time in this match now, and we just need to hold on. We're going to stick with this attacking mentality. That's what's got us ahead in the game. So that's what we're going to stick with for the final few moments. But finally we've got ourselves ahead in the match. It has been a really, really good comeback from us. It's been a deserved comeback as well. Lincoln were lucky to get themselves ahead. They've had 3 shots in the whole match. 2 of them have happened to go in. Pickford's had an awful game today, and I think it's clear why Nunziante has replaced him as the starting keeper. But we've managed to make up for his terrible game. On it now, gets it to Smith. Can he get an assist on what is likely to be his final appearance for Stockport? No, he can't. Whittle is dispossessed. Can we win the ball back before Lincoln get ahead? We do. Jones is able to get it for us. Milinkovic now, he's trying to drive forward, but he's taken down, and we should from here hold on. There's 6 minutes of stoppage time though. I don't know where he's got that from, but the youngster's got himself a hat-trick. Sintas will be taking home his first match ball from English football. It's a day to remember for him, and hopefully it'll be the first of many for Stockport. He's proved to be a really good player during this FA Cup run. It's his 5th goal now, so it could very well be the top scorer in the FA Cup. So who knows? maybe he could finish the campaign as the FA Cup top scorer. It would be a great achievement for him, playing his first few games in English football and making a really, really good impression of himself. Obviously, he got a couple of games Premier League, Everton as well, so he's not just a little flash in the pan. He does have a lot of capability. Lincoln now grabbing themselves a third goal, so it might not all be over. We do need to keep our heads in the game. Probably did have the opportunity to move down from attacking, but the goal's been disallowed anyway, so we don't need to worry about what we should have done. It doesn't really matter. That is the game, but it's not though. There's going to be another highlight. We thought it was all over, but we're coming forward once more. Whittle gets it into Owens, but it's a poor ball, and now Lincoln trying to come forward one last time. We break it down again. It's Sintas. He's looking for a fourth. Couldn't quite find the back of the net with that effort, but he'll be really, really confident now. He's had a fantastic game. Milinkovic behind him as well, coming on and really, really making a difference for us. So it's good to see that we do have a little bit of depth on the bench to be able to bring on players that can make a difference in these games. Obviously, we'd like to have a lot of players back from injury. We do have a lot of them coming back shortly that do just happen to be out for this game and maybe the next one. Just a shame that all the injuries have happened to coincide with each other and leave us a little bit light at times. He has got his fourth goal now, the young lad. Milinkovic again with an assist for him. But what a day this has turned out to be for Sintas. He could be a new hero for Stockport. He could be the hero of this cup run as well. He is almost single-handedly got us into the quarter-finals and has actually been a really, really good second half turnaround. So we probably won't need to berate them like we thought we were going to. And we'll give them a nice earned pat on the back. We'll stick around to see who we're going to be getting in the next round of the FA Cup. Hopefully it's a generous tie to be able to take us through to the semi-final. But we're ready to take on anyone. We've had some good results this season. And we really do just want to go as far as we can now on this run and just see how far it can take us. We've got two potential routes into Europe based off our league position and the cup run. So if one of them can go nicely for us, that would be absolutely delightful. And we do now have the FA Cup draw, so we're going to get this underway. We'll get it going as fast as we can. Well, hopefully it brings out a good team for us. We have been drawn first. We are the home tie in the match, and hopefully it'll be a nice little tie for us. We've got West Ham, so it's quite a generous tie. We've still got Man U, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal all in there. So we've avoided some of the bigger teams. Hopefully they can get drawn against each other and knock themselves out. But yeah, I think that'll be quite a good draw for us. And that will be coming up in the next episode. We've got a couple of games to get through before then, but we'll take on West Ham in that quarter final before coming up against our familiar foes, Manchester City. They've been a real pain in the arse throughout the save, knocking us out of all the competitions. So hopefully this time around we can take our revenge in the league, and it's actually quite close between us in the league as well. So maybe an opportunity for us to close the gap on them and surpass them in the league this time around. As always, if you have enjoyed that, please make sure to drop a like on the video and make a comment down below. Remember to subscribe to the channel for regular Football Manager content. Thank you so very much for watching. Bye bye.